Hello everyone, this is Jessa Wild. Welcome to your last half of September reading, excuse me, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you guys are doing well. I have cleansed and shuffled these decks, and I have meditated over your reading, so we can jump right into your reading very soon. I am using the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann for the main spread. I will be doing a full reading for you, so it'll be a 10-card reading. If I need any clarifying cards, I will get those from the, oh goodness, Lisa Sturl Modern Witch Tarot deck. And then for a final message, I'm going to pull from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, for supporting my channel. Means so much to me. Okay. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, High Vibrational Ancestors, can I please have a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last half of September? Thank you so very much. Two of Wands popping out. I will take this as well. We have the Seven of Cups. May I please have a card for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Thank you. Page of Wands. I'm going to take this card here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Thank you very much. We have, I'm actually going to take all three of these cards, even though it's kind of a lot. When I feel led to do that, I will. For this position, we have the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Swords. Just move these over for you guys so you can see them. I'm just staggering them here so that we have a little bit of room so you can see all the cards here. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, High Vibrational Ancestors, what messages do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last half of September, the 19th through... this is too many cards, but I will show you what they are in case they come back out. We have the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Sun, Death and Rebirth, and the Tower at the foundation of these jumping cards. Let me go ahead and throw these back into the deck here in random order and see if any of them pop back out. Thank you. We have the Five of Wands, and what sits on top of that is the Eight of Pentacles. What messages do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last half of September, the 19th through October 3rd? Okay, lots going on here. I'm not taking these. I'm putting these back in the deck. I will take these though. We had this one, I believe, first, or I'm feeling led this, and I'm putting the Nine of Wands here. This is going to be a long reading, I think, Cancer, for you. So hang in there. This is getting, not for me, but I hope you're not confused as to what is multiple cards in one position and what's not. What other messages? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. External influences, and we have the hopes and fears. It's the Four of Pentacles. What's the advice? Thank you. Right away we have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay, a lot of cards in your spread that came out. Sometimes I will take all jumpers, sometimes I don't. I pull the cards as I feel led. So this is what we have here. Let me just take all these cards in for a second. I'm going to make sure you can see everything as well, or as best as I can. Okay. Okay. So at the heart of the matter, we have the wands here. I'm sorry, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about needing to make a decision, and not just a decision, but taking action towards a decision. You have the information that you need. You can easily look down and you can map out where you need to go. You have the car, you have the globe, you have, what is this, a pen or something. You have what you need to start this journey, but it's almost like you're waiting for something else. You're waiting for maybe a sign, you're waiting for something. There's no movement here, and wands are all about energy and action and movement and, you know, excitement, and you're holding a wand in your hand, so you have everything that you need to create and to manifest something into existence, but it takes that first step. And unlike the Fool, it's not like a leap of faith here. This is like, you know, this is just taking that first step into a direction that that's right for you. I mean, you can see that she's even looking out in a very specific direction, but she's not moving in it, and like towards it. This is the heart of the matter, the heart of the reading for you. Needing to make some kind of decision. We'll get more information and see what else is here, because we obviously have a lot going on here for you, Cancer. The obstacle is needing to make a decision, having too many choices in front of you, and being concerned that you're going to make the wrong choice. And that's what's preventing you from moving forward in any direction. Because there's so many options in front of you, and you don't know what sits under each option. And so it's like, if I choose that, then maybe something else is better, or maybe it's really not good for me at all. This is what you're contending with, and the reason why is because you actually do have a lot of energy for something new. Here, because we have the wands showing up again, and it's this young, vibrant energy, this person that's full of ideas, that's full of zest, and has so much energy to move forward and to tackle anything that's set in front of them. And, you know, because it's a younger energy, a younger person, and I feel like this is you. Because it's the root cause, I feel like this is your energy. You have so much to give, and you're ready to give it, but you're stuck in like indecision land, or there's no action. But you're holding the wand. You're still holding the wand. So you're ready. You want to give. You want to put energy into something. You're just not quite sure what yet. The past energy is getting help. You may have, because you might have been living in this situation for a while, you may have had some kind of financial help from other people. You could also be giving. You know, it's you're either the one that's giving or you're the one that's receiving. I'm getting the sense that maybe you've had some help along the way with your finances. in the past. It doesn't look like that this is a past position. So I'm not sure if, you have that for you right now. Let's continue. I may come back to this here. 3 cards that came out for you in your goal. It's like we have the wheel. I think this is the only major arcana, the card that came out for you in this reading so far. So the foundation of what your goal is the Queen of Swords, the wheel, and then the Ten of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, it's like this is who you want to be. And what's interesting is, look at this. Look how similar these cards are. Very different energy though. Very, 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 very different energy. Even though they look kind of similar. Here we have the Two of Wands needing to make some kind of action step. Kind of at the beginning of this journey, sort of. Some kind of new journey that needs to start. And your goal is to be the Queen of Wands, the queen who rules over everyone, who is smart, who is just very intelligent, who can see through people, who's really good at, I just want to say, like, this queen has street smarts. You can't pull one over on this queen. Like, she knows what's up. And she is someone who knows herself, and she knows when to use her sword, which could also be, her words, and when to reserve. She's very, very skilled, and people come to her with requests, right? So even though we have 2 still energies here, or what looks like 2 people in stillness, one is someone that needs to take action. Here we have a queen, though, that has people doing her bidding for her, and has already, like, she's already taken actions, like, there's no way that you can become a queen if you're not making decisions. This person makes decisions all the time, and very smart decisions too. Swords tend to be very quick moving and very, very decisive. What sits on top of the Queen of Swords is the wheel. So things are turning in your favor. You're finding balance, or this is your goal at least. Like, you're wanting something to change. You're wanting to find balance in your world right now. And you're hoping that your situation, because you might be feeling at the bottom, especially if you've had to, ask for help, ask for financial support and help, you may be really feeling at the bottom of this wheel, and you're just waiting to get to this top of this wheel for things to turn in your favor, for things to change, so you can find some kind of stability. Because look, this person's on one foot, and not just on one foot at the top of a turning wheel, but also on her tiptoes on one foot on the top of a turning wheel. And this is all about wanting stability, wanting to find balance, showing up as the queen, being able to be super decisive. These are your goals, and to walk away from what's not serving you anymore. Something has died. Something has ended, and it really didn't feel good. Because although we don't see it in this card, in this deck, the Ten of Swords typically shows up as someone lying down with 10 swords in their back. And so you could really feel like someone either stabbed you in the back, or someone has taken advantage of you, or, the ending of something came at a very inopportune time, or, not what you wanted, but what someone else sort of put upon you. And because this deck is so much lighter. It's essentially saying like, okay, you are not lying down. It feels that way, but here you're standing up, and it's like you're reborn. You're starting to heal, to recover, and to move in the right direction. And these birds that may have been clouding your judgment, because typically I see birds as your spirit guides and your high vibrational ancestors. However, with this card, because I know the card before this is the Nine of Swords, and it is a picture of all of these birds sort of darkly surrounding a person. It's like now we have the Ten of Swords, and we see that these birds are beginning to disperse and fly away. And this is your goal. You're wanting to pick yourself up. You're wanting to find stability. You're wanting to make clear decisions and cut through all the crap, and you want to be that queen in your life. And who is the queen? The queen is also the boss. To be the boss of your world, to possibly be, you make your own decisions, possible entrepreneur here, but someone who is, shows up and rules. That's what your aim is. Oh, the future we see, we have some competition that's here, and we have some hard work that needs to happen. Whatever you are, I feel like this could be I feel like this is work related, career, finance, work related for you, Cancer, for the next 2 weeks. You want to I feel like this, you could be an entrepreneur, but even if you're not, it's like it's like you're throwing your hat into some kind of competition. Like you're willingly, possibly competing for a difficult position, a job position, or you are an entrepreneur, and you know that it's going to be a bit tough because you have some, stiff competition. But you're willing to fight. You're willing to work hard, obviously, because you have the energy for it. Because here, Page of Wands, you absolutely have all the energy bursting inside of you that you're not using right now. You're not using it right now, but you have it there inside of you, and you're willing to do the work, because it's right here. It says you're absolutely willing to do the work. And you have the energy for it. But this work can only happen, these two things, being in that competition, being in the mix of stuff, moving up, because see, they're like climbing towards this goal. Reaching towards this flame. Getting to this and seeing yourself boss up as the queen, it can only happen if a decision is made. It's like, it can only happen if you allow yourself to make a hard choice, so that you can show up as the queen, find balance, walk away from a situation that just isn't working for you. You are showing up right now. Your goal is to be the Queen of Swords. Your energy that's bubbling inside of you is the Page of Wands. But you're showing up here as the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. This is, the pages are young, naive, kind of, especially the Page of Cups, someone who's naive, who has a lot of creative ideas, someone who's kind, but someone who's a little bit green to whatever experiences that they are going through. But someone who's definitely has a lot of creative ideas, who is highly intuitive, very kind. But you've been through, even though, you are this person, even though you're kind and intuitive, you've been put through the ringer. Like, you're also the wounded warrior here. You're finding yourself in a place that is very new to you. And so you're feeling like you are naive, and it's preventing you from making a decision because it's something new and different to you. And so I feel like you're kind of like maybe sort of trying to dip your toe into something. And I promise you, I'm not saying that because of these feet. I'm actually looking at the water and thinking of like, I'm green, I'm really new to something. I feel like I want to enter this new space. I don't know, and I've been through it before. I've fought those battles. I've got my scars. There are other areas in my life, and even if it's like, if this is career, especially if you're transitioning into a new type of job, a new type of career, or if you're leveling up in your career in some way that's new to you, it's like you have some like battle scars. And you're not naive in these other areas of your life. Like, you have earned those badges of honor, really. And you will defend your position because in these other areas, it's like you know who you are. And you might even be, because with this Nine of Wands sitting on top of this Page of Cups, there could actually be some defensiveness as to not wanting to see just how green you are, just how new you are, because you have so much life experience behind you, that to see yourself as someone who is possibly, new to something and green to something and needs help and needs to grow in something is difficult. So there could be some defensiveness there. But you're totally capable of doing the work, because we see that here, and we see that you're like that you've been there before, you've been through it before. Your external influences, we have the Seven of Swords, and this card has come up now in my readings 3 times today, in other readings. So the Seven of Swords, it's about being sneaky. It's about secrets. It's about gossip. It's about not being shown all the information. It's about things being hidden from you. People not having your best interest at heart. These are external influences. So this is happening around you, and this could be preventing you from making a decision. This could also be why you're feeling defensive. If you've had people or do have people around you that are talking, that don't have your best interest, that are gossiping, that are even stealing from you, it makes sense why you'd be defensive and why you're like, no. Like, I'm completely capable. And that's why you feel like you are ready to show up as the queen, like that's the goal. But because of all of this, you are like, where do I go? It's hard to make a decision, and who do I trust? And so it's keeping you in this stillness, because you don't know who you can trust. How can you be comfortable to be your authentic self and to show up as your authentic self and be vulnerable and let your defenses drop, your guard drop, if you have this type of energy around you, or have had this type of energy around you, and therefore you don't know who you can trust? And your fears, your hopes and fears. You're hoping for something that is balanced. You're hoping for stability. You know, like the wheel, like your goal, stability, things turning in your favor. The Four of Pentacles is about, you know, it can be about balancing a budget. It's like wanting some kind of stability, financial stability, not having to take, you know, handouts from anyone, not having to ask for financial help, but really wanting to, like, hold on to your own purse. Like, and I don't, sometimes this can be on holding, can represent holding on to something too tightly. I don't see that here because I'm drawn to her face, right? There's just total peace and calm. And I'm just really seeing this sense of balance, this kind of zen, and just like, almost like hugging this purse as like a thank you. It's like a gratitude, like, thank you for this stability. Thank you for this. This is your hope. This is what you want, is to find that, to be able to balance the budget, to have that security and that stability, and to take care of yourself. And we have the advice card here is the Page of Pentacles. And so we have two pages, you know. I'm saying that because we have the Page of Cups here, right? Then this is how you're showing up. And the advice card is to embrace the page, embrace where you're at. Embrace, you have to be the page, and then the knight, and then the queen. You know, there are steps that need to be taken before you can reach your goal of leveling up and showing up every day as this confident, wise queen. You have to start as the page, embrace the journey that you're on, embrace this archetype. The Page of Pentacles is someone that is young, like a younger energy, but someone who is a scholar, who's frugal with their money, who commits to self-improvement, and who enjoys doing the work. They're very studious, and it's about embracing this archetype right here. Because even though you are kind, yes, you are kind, you're not naive. Even if people see you as naive, you're not naive. You know what's up. You've been there, done that. You have those battle scars. And really it's about saying, okay, I might be new, but I know how to do all the research because I'm very studious. I know how to be frugal. I know how to do the work because I have the energy for it. I feel like with this, making a decision, and this is the advice, if you don't know the first step, Cancer, I feel like you're being called to do some research, really look at everything. You know, if you are confused about what decision to make, just do as much digging and as much research and into everything as possible. Be studious, be frugal, because in doing this work, it will help you find balance. You see how she's balancing here? And look how similar these are. We have these wheels, right? The wheel will start turning in your favor as you embrace the page, embrace being studious, embrace knowing that you're starting something new, but embrace that your wisdom that you've gained and your knowledge that you've gained up to this point is there supporting you in this new phase of life and this new endeavor or journey. It's there supporting you. and you have all the energy and the ability to make this happen. And I feel like make it happen quickly, because this is, fire energy is very quick moving energy. It's very fast and it's very vibrant, and people are going to see you. We have 3 pages here in your spread. So embrace the newness of this journey, and you will get to that queen place. It just might not be as quickly as you're hoping, but you will get there. Wow, this is your message for you, Cancer, for the last 2 weeks of September and into October. I'm going to go ahead and pull a final message with the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, High Vibrational Ancestors, can I please have a final message for Cancer's collective Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What final message do you have for them? Thank you so very much. Okay, thank you. Boundaries. Yeah. So we have, I'm saying that because it makes sense, these 2 cards together. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And on top of that, we have protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Setting boundaries so that people with this energy don't have as easy access to you. Being a bit private with your, information, whether that's you're just sharing parts of yourself that are personal. Again, because I'm feeling like this is all related to career and finance, and this is a very kind of specific reading. So if this reading is not for you, I encourage you to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, because those readings might resonate with you more. But yeah, if setting healthy boundaries for yourself is going to help keep people who are negative and don't have your best interest at heart. It's going to help keep them at bay. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. You don't have to show up as this defensive person to ward off against this. All you have to do is go inward. Say, you know what? I'm not going to put my energy out there and defending myself and in pushing people away. Instead, I'm going to draw into myself. I'm going to call upon God, divine angel, and ask for help. I'm going to protect myself by setting healthy boundaries. And I'm going to not put a bunch of energy, and whether that's mental energy, whether it's emotional energy, whether that's just physical energy and actively doing stuff towards people who are negative, who are not supporting me on my journey. And I'm not going to I'm not going to be vulnerable to those people. I'm going to be very mindful of that. But I don't have to be defensive. I can simply pull back my energy and cut those ties, cut those cords. If it's friends, if it's colleagues, if it's whomever, you don't even need to speak to them again if it means your healing and your protection. Do what's best for you and take this message as it resonates. It will be different for everyone. I do hope, Cancer Collective, that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to share it with someone who thinks would benefit from it, that would be wonderful. And subscribe if you like this. Please subscribe and check out again your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do plan to post again for the first half of October. So you will see me back here in 2 weeks for that. And then also I'm thinking of doing a pick a deck love reading if you're interested in anything like that. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much, Cancer. I hope that you all have a beautiful and abundant day. Be well.